So what's going on, guys? My name's MrDalekJD and welcome back to the series that we call the Forgotten Easter Eggs of Call of Duty Zombies. And in this video, we're going to be looking specifically at Black Ops 1 zombies. We've not touched this series in a little while, and there are quite a few neat little Easter eggs which I'm sure you guys have forgotten about. Now, if there's any that I have forgotten in this video, then please drop it down below in the comment section, as I'd really be interested, and let me know which ones you enjoyed and forgot about. And if you do enjoy this video and this series, then definitely check out the links below for the additional episodes, and make sure to drop a like rating on this, as I'd really appreciate it. I do apologise for not uploading for the last few days. Things have been kind of tough with me, but hopefully we're back and we're in a good place now. Kicking things off, we're going to start with the map Kino der Toten. This is all Black Ops 1, by the way. This is not looking at Zombie Chronicles in any way, the original versions of each of these maps. And inside of Kino der Toten, we have quite a few weird Easter eggs that I'm sure you guys may have forgotten about. Now, the first one is going to be the Ascension Rocket Easter egg. Now, when you teleport from the teleporter, you go into various different rooms, and this was a Easter egg that was obviously implying the first DLC map, Ascension. And there is a way to make this rocket launch every time. This was only discovered earlier in the year thanks to my friend SE2Dev, and what you need to do is stand in front of this mannequin in the dressing room and jump about 5 times in total, and once you've done that, it will activate the rocket, and whenever you go to teleport, you can interact with the rocket and you can launch it. It's really random, and it tracks how many jumps you've jumped around the map from a certain radius of you being near that mannequin, so very strange. And one version of Kino, which I'm sure not all of you have played, is the Wii version. This was really strange because that had the AUG under the stage for you to buy it as a wall weapon, which is pretty darn overpowered if you ask me. And what is even crazier is they had new radios within Kino, which we didn't see on any other maps, and stuff which talks about die rise, which wasn't stuff we even would see for a few years later. So pretty crazy stuff. I'll show you a quick little glimpse of those radios now.
These villagers were portrayed in propaganda films as happy and highly motivated, although in fact, they were soon to suffer a terrible moral and physical collapse. Tens of thousands of people died as a result of industrial accidents in the hazardous conditions they were made to work in. The Communist Party came up with a crude calculation that every worker will build 1 meter of canal and the project will end in 3 months. Yet it actually took more than 10 years to finish the canal. During the Great Leap Forward, factory workers' hours were doubled, and machines began to work non-stop. They were not even allowed to stop for maintenance and repairs, and so soon began to fall apart. Factories were ruined. At the same time, Mao announced another target for the Great Leap Forward. Steel production was to be doubled within 1 year. That production was not only from heavy industry complexes, but also from small furnaces and villages. As a result of communist ideology, Mao believed that workers' power held a magical force. With that decision, tens of millions of Chinese set out to produce steel by amateur methods. Everything made of iron they could find, from doorknobs to saucepans, was melted down in primitive furnaces in an effort to produce steel. Women cut off their hair and mixed it with the clay in the furnaces.
Before we jump into any DLC maps, we also had the bonus map 5, which was unlocked after the campaign, and this involved playing as 4 different presidents, which was really awesome, and I really wish they continued that story on. We got a little bit more of it in Revelations, but that was sort of like an alternate reality of what happened in 5. There isn't many Easter eggs or so, but a forgotten one definitely, which people might not remember and will help you out in high rounds, is you can actually rebuild the trap. And this is the first time we ever saw mechanics in Zombies where you could pick up items to help fix or repair and create something new. And if you picked up this electrical panel, you could take it back to spawn and turn these sort of what you call X-rays into actual electrical traps, which really help you out when you're going through the high rounds in this map, because there isn't many weapons that can actually kill the zombies apart from this trap. There is also the pig that you can stab and kill every time you play. It's not really a forgotten Easter egg because I do it every time, but it's just sort of an impulsive thing when you're playing the map. You just end up doing it, and I don't know why, but I guess a lot of you guys will do the same. Now, jumping into Ascension, there really isn't that much within this map besides the main Easter egg, but some things which are definitely forgotten are these mini little Matryoshka dolls of all 4 of our characters. No explanation on why they're there exactly, but they are hilarious. They have some great quotes, which is always a fun time, as well as the phones which ring, which are, of course, the president's phoning from 5, which is what connects up that map with 5 so well. So you even have like magazines in 5 which show the Ascension Rocket, so those are chronologically linked together really nicely. And the most forgotten thing is the fact that there is a lunar lander area with no lunar lander. So it seems like either Treyarch were planning, or in the story of the original version of the map, there was this lunar lander pad which you could access, but there is no lunar lander that will take you there. And I think Treyarch realized this, and in the remastered version of Ascension, they instead removed that and replaced it with a crashed lunar lander above the power switch. So sort of tying in that little Easter egg there. This could also be partly the explanation on how our characters ended up in Ascension in the first place. I know they land on a lunar lander into the spawn, but perhaps this one could have been used. There was a lot of theories back in the day on how you could access this thing, and that's why it's a forgotten Easter egg. Moving on to Call of the Dead, this is definitely one of my favorite maps ever created. There's just so much good stuff in this map. There isn't really a lot in terms of forgotten Easter eggs in my opinion, but one which I think is definitely going to throw off every single one of you guys watching now is the fact that there is a Avenged Sevenfold poster within Call of the Dead itself. This poster is in the room where you talk to the original 4, you know, to help out during the Easter egg. As soon as you're leaving out the back to go to the lighthouse entrance, you'll see this on the wall, and if you guys haven't noticed, this is actually the members of Avenged Sevenfold, but disguised and done in a crazy art form to look like soldiers holding weapons. And if you guys are fans of Avenged Sevenfold, you're going to recognize most of these, which are amazing. And Treyarch and Activision gave posters out as promotional artwork to people before Call of the Dead came out originally, all the way back in 2011. So, you know, this is the first time Avenged Sevenfold were involved in zombies in quite a big way by writing a original song for the map, and they were involved by having a poster of the band members within the map itself. From this moment onwards, we saw quite a few different Avenged Sevenfold references in both Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, which is really cool. Now let's jump in to Shangri-La, probably the most disliked map from Black Ops 1, but definitely a underrated map for sure, and there are quite a few different things here and there, definitely forgotten Easter eggs. The first one being one which I made a video of at the start of the year, which was discovered by SE2 Dev. Now, this has been known in the game for years, but no one knew how exactly this was activated, and this is a button combination you can do in spawn that will make all the monkeys present on the map literally explode. It's pretty darn nuts. Definitely a forgotten Easter egg, because you guys don't even really know if it was even there or not. This doesn't work on the Chronicles version, sadly, and this doesn't do anything, but nonetheless, a forgotten Easter egg definitely in the definition. Another thing you've probably forgotten as well is if you're trying to, you know, get that pesky perk bottle from the monkeys, and you don't realize when they take stuff away to pack a punch, they eventually do fly all the way up into space, and that is considered an Easter egg as well, as it looks to be like meteorites are falling upwards into the air, which is actually the monkeys flying away. It's pretty crazy. When you complete the Easter egg, you of course pick up the focusing stone and you get given all the perks, but you may or may not have realized that this is of course sat on a Richtofen shrine, because Richtofen once visited this area before we went in with the Victor's crew. And on the left on the table you have a head, which is a reference to Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is really cool. And then on the right we have the skull of a monkey. Now this is actually referenced quite a bit throughout loads of zombie maps in Black Ops 1, but it's prevalent definitely within Shangri-La. When you ride the minecart, you can faintly hear what seems to be the song Ring Around a Rosie's, a nursery rhyme, which is possibly sung by Samantha or by a group of children, and it's just very, very creepy indeed. See if you guys can hear it.
Please keep your hands and legs inside the ride at all times.
Definitely creepy in my books. And the final map we're looking at in this video is of course the map Moon, and there is one very, very strange Easter egg which carried over into Chronicles, and this is again referencing back to Avenged Sevenfold, that you can get the song Nightmare to play on the map Moon by doing something very specific. There's an achievement tied to this in Black Ops 1 called One Giant Leap, and the achievement itself says in Moon, become trapped in the receiving area and free yourself through resurrection in co-op. So what this essentially means is you have to die in the receiving area of the map, and you have to have been trapped in there, which means that both excavators need to come down and be blocking Tunnel 6 and Tunnel 11. If this has been done, there are two ways to be in the receiving area, which is to go there before both drills have come down, or if you're already outside or in the dome, take the teleporter to Pack-a-Punch, and then you'll be back into the receiving area. Once in the receiving area, you have to die, or someone take one for the team, and then when they come back in the next round, that's when the song will play. This is quite tricky to do because obviously the excavators are of course RNG, so it's really random on the luck of you being able to do this, and the fact that one of the best songs hidden in Zombies, you have to sacrifice yourself in order to get this. Aside from that, Moon doesn't have a lot of Easter eggs which are forgotten because they are all very prevalent in the main quest itself. But if you guys, like I said, have any which I haven't mentioned, then be sure to let me know in the comment section. If you did enjoy the video, by all means drop it a thumbs up, as I'd really appreciate it. And if you've got any extra time, do check out the other videos in this series or anything else I've uploaded recently on the channel. If you want to see more videos like this and you're new around here, then there's a subscribe button and it's free. So if you press that, you'll be updated with the latest videos in your sub box. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on anything, then make sure you've got the notification bell turned on. YouTube's been a very weird place as of recent, so if you guys don't have the bell turned on and you do enjoy watching my videos, it would be really darn appreciated. Zombies is in a very weird place right now on YouTube. It's not quite dead, but since IW's finished, there really is a bit of a dry period now waiting for World War II zombies, so it's going to be a little bit different. And I guess you've already noticed this with some of your favourite zombie creators, that it's really tricky to find stuff to create for you guys, but we're going to keep pushing forwards and we're going to keep working on some great stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see, then definitely drop them down inside of the comment section and I'll get right to work on those for you guys. But I want to thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. You've been amazing, and until next time my friends, I will catch you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye!